Alright, so in a previous animation, I talked about the first time I went snowboarding and how amazing I was. I was great. Trust me. So if you want to go watch part 1, go do it. I'm not stopping you. Turns out, while I was working on that video, I actually went snowboarding again. Not at the same place where I met Nick, but at a different place. Now, I was never expecting to make a video about this, but while I was there, some stuff went down. So my friend texted me and asked me if I wanted to go snowboarding with him over winter break. At my school, we have winter break for 1 week in February. So I was like, oh yeah, sure, I'll go snowboarding again. What I thought was just gonna be a fun day with my friend turned out to be a school trip. I mean, I was looking forward to not seeing these people for a week, and now they're all just snowboarding. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, I promise. But I still ended up going. The day of the trip, we all arrived at the school. So we split up and were given specific drivers. Literally on our way there, we were approaching this giant steep mountain. So I stare at this ungodly mountain and go, wow, can you guys imagine if this was the place? We ended up being in the parking lot. Anyway, once we got set up, rented our stuff, put on our boots and whatnot, we went out to the snowy hills. The guy that was in charge of everything, he was the guy that made the school trip possible, told me I had to get a lesson. Now I was like, but I don't need a lesson. I mean, I understand the basics of snowboarding. Go get a lesson. I'm actually glad I got a lesson because I was rusty since the last time I went snowboarding. They got us this old snowboarding teacher, and the guy looked like he's been teaching snowboarding for like 40 years. Not trying to be disrespectful or anything, but the guy just looked old. Are you sure you can shred the slope grips? Ha! After a good hour of this guy teaching us, I'm pretty sure I got the hang of it again. So I just kept going down the beginner hill over and over again. Once I thought I got the hang of that, I met up with some other group of people to go on this giant mountain path. So once we met up, we went on the ski lift, and that ski lift came in fast. Like, really fast. So it kind of jolts you when you get on it. Anyway, after the long ride up, we got off and all went down the hill. Now, for my first time going down a giant hill pathway, I was really proud of myself. I mean, really, all the times I've gone snowboarding, I've gone down beginner hills. This was a step up for me. I was pretty nervous only because the group of people I was with were actually good at snowboarding, but I went with them anyway. You literally don't have a choice. Once you get up there, you can't leave, buddy. There's only one way down. What, you're expecting me to say I did terrible? But no, you're wrong. I did alright. After it was over, I was so hyped I wanted to do it again. That was a bad idea. So it was time for round 2 of this trail. The time before, I went on the ski lift alone, but this time I was going with 2 other people on the ski lift. Ski lifts came in for us, and like I said, it comes in fast. So I didn't get my full body on it, and I fell off the ski lift. Luckily, it was the very beginning of the ski lift ride, so I ducked before the ski lift hit me and put my arms over my head. I looked up and saw the 2 guys go off without me, and I got on the next chair with this random guy. Probably dodged a bullet there, if you know what I'm saying. He must have thought that I have never gone on a ski lift before since I had fallen off, so this is how our conversation went.
So, is this your first time?
Snowboarding? No, this is like my 3rd or 4th time.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I went up here earlier and I did pretty well, so I thought of doing it again. Okay, before I continue, let me say, as a 15-year-old, I don't look like a 15-year-old. I look like I'm in 6th or 7th grade. Most likely sound like it too. I see some comments asking how old I am sometimes. 15, okay? So what I do sometimes when I meet someone is ask them how old they think I am, because it might be funny what they answer. So that's exactly what I did to this guy. Hey mister, how old do you think I am? Silence. He didn't say anything. I sat there for a good minute, then asked again. So, how old do you think I am? Still nothing. At this point, it was pretty awkward, so I answered my own question. Well, believe it or not, I'm actually 15. Nothing. So I just looked away, not really saying anything because I felt too awkward. But then, right as we approached the end of the ski lift ride, he started talking again.
So what you want to do is put your left foot first on your snowboard and then hop off the ski lift.
Oh, thanks. I already knew that, so that wasn't a problem for me, and I got up the ski lift safely. Now this is where the story gets crazy. So the group and I all went down the hill for the 2nd time. Everything's going fine, you know? Well, apparently I wasn't paying attention last time to the path we were taking, because at one point the trail split into 2 paths, and I just followed everyone down a different path than we took last time. So there was one difference between both these paths, is that one had great snowboarding / skiing snow, and the other one was horrible. The ground was this mixture of hard ice and snow, and I kept falling and falling on my tailbone, and that really hurt, okay? At one point, I fell, and I literally could not get up. If I did, I would just keep falling and slipping back on the ground. Eventually, the group left me, and I was there alone in the mountains. So I literally sat there in the icy mountains, no one in sight, and I'm just scooting across the mountain on my butt with a snowboard attached to my feet like a dog. Okay, I need to think of a way to get out of here. I hope Yeti doesn't kill me. I mean, you would think I could just get up and walk out of there. But no, I took off the snowboard and tried to walk, and it didn't go well. So I sat back down, doing nothing. I eventually came to realize that the only way down here was to ride on my snowboard. But I knew that I couldn't do that, so I had to think of a different idea. I got on my stomach and rode my snowboard like a sled. Surprisingly, it went really well. I was going down fast and stuff, but I stopped when I almost hit a tree. At this point, I didn't know what to do. All I've really done so far is scoot on the ground like a dog, tried to walk and eventually fell over, and ridden my snowboard like a sled for a good 10 seconds. I was still pretty high, and I needed a way to get down. Skiers were zooming past me, and I felt embarrassed since I was walking around in a ski lift trail carrying a snowboard. If you haven't guessed yet, you're not really supposed to do that. You ride down the hill. I eventually found the last part of the trail where the two paths came together, meaning it actually wasn't ice. So I had enough confidence in myself to go down. What do I got to lose? What the heck, guys? So before the end card starts, I just want to give a huge shout out to Tempo Tantrum. He helped animate 2 scenes in this video, and I really appreciate his help. So yeah, thanks Tempo. We actually made a video on his channel if you want to go check that out. Anyway, the reason I've been gone for so long is because school, it's coming to an end, so it's kind of killing me. Plus, this video was the longest animation on my channel, and I finished it. Yes! Yes! Yeah! Thanks for being patient. Also, thank you to 8-Bit Liam for voicing a character in this video. I mean, I don't really know what else to say, so, bye.